What's up, fight fans? Mainman Mademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. What up to the fam? What up to everyone in Mainman Mademan's boxing for? Hey, look, man. So the thing is this. I hear word on the curb. Tszyu has himself a 3-fight plan, according to World Boxing News. A 3-fight plan starting in October with the IBF 154-pound champion Bakhram Murtazaliev. And after that fight is over, if he's victorious, he'll keep on marching towards Erickson Lubin. And then they're saying if all of that works out, then sometime next year, he can do the Sebastian Fundora rematch. And so it looks as if that Tszyu, whom we've heard in recent days, him and Turki Al-Sheikh not being on the same page about whatever, you know what I'm saying? But looks like Tszyu has chose his path that he's going to go down. And if I'm judging, I gotta say, man, this particular path seems to be real PBC heavy, you know what I'm saying? So it looks like Tszyu is going to be definitely dealing with Premier Boxing Champions going forward. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, fight fans. I just honestly, truth be told, I don't even think that this is a good move for Tszyu. I think that Tszyu shouldn't have went this route. I mean, great, it sounds great to get the IBF championship, which I don't even understand that situation, because last time I checked, Tszyu was coming off of a loss. How the hell do you come off of a loss and become mandatory in another sanctioning body, fight fans? Make that make sense. And on top of that, the IBF. Last thing we heard, the IBF was supposed to be the best and strictest and all of this stuff. And they just took a dude coming off of a loss and they're putting him in a title fight. Whatever, cuz, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, for Tszyu though, bro, I think this is a bad move for him. My deal is, him taking this route pretty much takes Terence Bud Crawford off the table. And I look at those fights that we talking about first and foremost. When you think of the Bakhram fight, that's a decent fight. I actually respect that fight. It's for a world championship, so I totally understand in that aspect. But then when we talking about Erickson Lubin, as much as it seems to be, maybe it could be an action-packed fight, I just don't know what that does for Tszyu. If you beat Erickson Lubin already got a couple losses. You don't have a belt. What does that do for Tszyu? And I mean, really, and how really big is that fight? I don't know, fight fans. I just don't know. And then it's for the Fundora situation. Well, that's only if Fundora remains unblemished up until that point, right? Of course, there's still talks about Fundora and Errol Spence Jr. Of course, Fundora still has possible obligations to the WBO. If he doesn't want to, vacate his title, then he may have to deal with Terence Crawford. It's just a lot of risks, a lot of gambling risks with the Fundora situation if it may or may not come back around. And I could tell you straight like this. Premier Boxing Champions will not do Tszyu versus Errol Spence Jr. Between the Virgil Ortiz fight, hell, even the Terence Crawford rematch and the Fundora fight, there is no way that Tszyu is going to get that fight before any of those guys, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's a bad move, dog. Like, you could have at least maybe dealt with Turki, and maybe, could have ginned up a Terence Crawford fight. And the Terence Crawford fight is bigger than all three of those fights combined. I mean, going up against the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the game. Not to mention, you still dealing with Premier Boxing Champions, and you still ain't got Charlo yet. So I think the Bud Crawford fight would just, to me, be much more marquee than these fights that we're talking about that his 3-fight plan is involving. You know what I mean? How do you pass up an opportunity to possibly get the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the game, and on top of that, being backed by the biggest bag in boxing? It just doesn't make no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's a bad move. He could have took this Bakhram fight and then maybe worked out something with Turki to try to lure Terence Crawford into a fight. And that would have been the 2 biggest fights of his career, hands down. How do you not take that route? And Turki was even willing to hear you out and do business with you. But whatever reason, y'all on 2 different pages. Y'all on wrong pages. So I just think it's a bad move for Tszyu. You know what I mean? I think that Tszyu honestly should have took the Turki and Terence route instead of taking the PBC 3-fight plan route. Now, granted, Bakhram is not with Premier Boxing Champions. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe there's still some goodwill left to deal with Tszyu from the other side of the tracks. I honestly hope so, because I actually like Tszyu a lot. He's a cracking ass fighter. I thought he honestly, if he wouldn't have got cut versus Fundora, he beat Sebastian Fundora all day. So I like Tszyu, man. And truth be told, against the fights, his 3-fight plan, him and Bagram gonna be good, but I favor Tszyu. Him and Lubin, Tszyu all day. And as far as the third one, whether it be him and Fundora, I'd favor Tszyu. If it was him and Earl, I probably still favor Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? I guess the biggest question is, will he be able to lock down those fights? Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Share, rock the bill. To the next video, fight fans. Peace out.